What are these weird little irregularly shaped pockets in this vintage oversized wallet? Too small for keys. Total of 4 small pockets underneath the card pockets. All different sizes and only accessible through small slits. You couldn't properly store a normal size key in any of them. One shaped like an L. Any ideas? They're for SIM cards and memory cards of various shapes and sizes. The holes are so you can get them out with the little tool that should be in the slot on the left. This was a thing briefly in the 90s, thinking we'd all be swapping SIMs to use our phones for personal and work and travel, and needing to carry extra storage for our digital cameras. What is this wooden spiked wheel in the attic of an Amsterdam building? I saw this on an episode of House Hunters International taking place in Amsterdam, but they didn't comment on it. What is it? It's a wheel left over from when the winch outside the window was used to haul supplies into the attic. Looks like they kept it when they turned the attic into a sleeping space. Does anyone know what this is? We found it in our Airbnb. It is heavy carpeted and has 2 inflexible wooden posts. We've tried searching for saddles and can't seem to find anything. What is it? It's part of an Arab majlis, a traditional seating arrangement where one sits down near the ground. This is one of those hand rests that may accompany a majlis. You can even see the outline of a dala or a coffee pot at the bottom. I'm an Arab and this is common here. What is this thin piece of metal with a group of varying hole types? I have no idea what this is, but doesn't seem like it would be a template. It is steel, but the magnet does not pick it up. It is very thin but strong. Any ideas? It's an eraser shield for drafting. Before computers, technical drawings were done with a pencil on a vellum. When mistakes were made or changes were needed, this was used to expose only what needed to be removed. It's a manual erasure shield. I still have mine from 1978, the same pattern. What is this thing being put up outside every apartment in the UK? No signs about what they are. They've been put up this morning with boxes to go over currently on the floor. What is it? It's a connection for fiber optic broadband, but it's weird that they put it outside the apartment. Anyone can mess with it, and those things are really fragile. Here in France, they're placed inside the apartment, and the cables are hidden inside the walls. Why are these municipal pickup trucks blowing gas through the streets? It's in Libya and has these gas-run generators on the back to blow smoke onto the streets, and usually in the middle of the night. Any ideas? This is a ULV mosquito adulticiding fogger. The fog is oil-based and carries oil-soluble pesticides like malathion or synthetic pyrethroids, with small particle sizes that contact and kill mosquitoes in flight. What are these things around 2 feet 10 inches long? Looks handmade and entirely out of metal. No markings and nothing found on Google. It was given to me after it was left behind after an old person moved from the house. They're both exactly the same shape, so it must have a purpose. They are sword campfire roasters. The hot dog gets inserted through the loops and impaled on the spike. The same for the marshmallow. What is this thing? A guy wearing this ankle thing at a vacation resort in the Caribbean. This was the best picture I was able to discreetly get. The other side of it had some markings, and it looked electronic. The guy who was wearing it was American. What is it? It's a Parakeeto brand mosquito repellent bracelet. Just spent 5 days biking in South Dakota, and these kept the skeeters off me. What are these heavy metal objects I found in a thrift store? They weigh almost exactly 10 ounces each and have a loop at the top that seems to be intended to be attached to something. They appear to be gold-plated, and scuffed areas reveal what appears to be an alloy underneath. They are approximately 4.8 inches long and 1 inch across. They depict a basket of flowers with a handle that seems to be meant for hanging them on something. I found them in Australia, so it's odd that the measurements were likely made in imperial rather than metric, and could suggest they were either made overseas or before 1966. Any ideas? They are cuckoo clock weights, kind of fancy ones. You hang weights on chains to power mechanical cuckoo clocks. One powers the clock mechanism, and the other powers the cuckoo. What is this little cage with a sphere? Around 3 to 4 centimeters in diameter. I don't know if it's used to clean something or to avoid bubbles in hot liquids like milk or what. I found in a kitchen. It's in steel, I guess, because I don't see some rust. It's not really heavy. What is it? That is designed to go into a whisk, which, as a fairly accomplished cook, seems pretty silly to me. But I'll bet the average cat would spend hours playing with it. What is the function of these free-moving bars found underneath some seats at an outdoor train station in Germany? It's attached with a bolt, so that it swings about 140 degrees, and each of the seats has one. I think it might be used to pull the seat up somehow, but why would it swing? It's going to sound strange, but they are for blind people to feel the seat with their cane. Since the seat doesn't have legs, it needs to extend down lower. The swinging nature is presumably to still allow luggage storage under the bench. Others have suggested that the swinging bar might have been for cleaning or maintenance, but the overall concept of increased access to the space under the seat seems fairly solid. What is this wooden object about 3 feet long and 1.5 feet tall? Hollow inside, probably a buoy, with a metal band around the middle. No additional markings anywhere on it. What is it? It's a felt hat mold. It is used to shape raw felt into cone shapes for hat making. The felt is wrapped around the cone and then cut in half down that metal band to produce two halves that are the first step in forming a wool felt hat. We found these white pole-looking things on a truck with a sticker on it while on a road trip. What is this? They are mobile column lifts, a wireless column lift powered by rechargeable 24 volts batteries. It features an advanced synchronization system, enabling the lift to rise and lower smoothly even if the load is uneven for each column. What are these wooden frames with holes at the end of a slide? They weigh about 45 pounds and are about 3 feet long, with no screws and all nails. Any metal looks to be retrofitted onto them and looks to be milled, not sawed, although they do jiggle because of wood rot in some areas. It doesn't seem like they should move or pivot anywhere. What is it? Please tell us in the comments. Thanks for watching. Let's make life fun.